This is Standing Watch. And now, Evangelist Norbert Link.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome to our Standing Watch program. The Third Temple, the end of the world, a new Mideast arrangement and treaty. What do these things have in common? Are they somewhat connected? Well, in this program I want to show you the connection. Let's start with an article by Express dated August 8, saying this: Biblical prophecy states the construction of a third temple of Jerusalem will precede the second coming of Jesus Christ and the end of the world as we know it. And then it goes on to say that the Temple Institute exists in part to bring about the third temple. It has received some funding from the Israeli government and donations from Jewish billionaires to achieve their objective. The organization has already reconstructed all the necessary ritual objects needed for an animal sacrificial system. The Temple Institute has also not only begun educational programs to train young men who can prove their lineage through the line of Levi to function as priests in the future temple, but they have also recreated all the necessary garments for the priesthood, including the famous uniform of the high priest, his breastplate and golden crown. The furniture to be placed inside the actual temple, like the table of showbread, the altar of incense, and the golden menorah, have already been completed, and I might also add the Ark of the Covenant. Blueprints have also been produced to set the stage if the construction of a third temple becomes a reality. And then the article goes on to say that biblically speaking, the construction of a third temple is a necessity, because biblical prophecy states that the Antichrist, a better description would be the man of sin or the false prophet, this person will first proclaim himself to be the true Messiah in the yet-to-be-built third Jewish temple before the true Messiah appears. So far, this article on the construction of the third temple. But then this morning, a historic agreement in the Middle East was announced, an historic peace agreement. JTA wrote on August 13, as part of a peace deal brokered by President Donald Trump, Israel will pause its plans to annex areas of the West Bank, according to a joint statement by Israel, the United Arab Emirates, and the United States. The statement said that Israel and the UAE, the United Arab Emirates, will sign agreements in the coming weeks. Now let us analyze this peace deal in the light of the necessity to build a third temple. In spite of all the hype, in spite of all the political spin, it must be stated first of all that both Trump and Netanyahu clearly backpedaled on their promises and agreements regarding annexation. The statement said that, and I quote, as a result of this diplomatic breakthrough and at the request of President Trump, with the support of the United Arab Emirates, Israel will suspend declaring sovereignty over areas of the West Bank that, according to Reuters, were envisioned in the U.S. peace plan unveiled by Trump in January. Shai Alon, speaking for the settlers, said this in a statement: "We were tricked. Our future is in Judea and Samaria, and in a brave decision that need to be made by our leaders, not in agreements that are signed today and won't mean anything tomorrow. We have been betrayed." So he feels he has been betrayed because those agreements won't mean anything tomorrow. But this betrayal of the settlers might help Trump in the election. Hence the timing of the deal, because most Americans will not be able to see what is going on behind the scenes. And the same could be said for Netanyahu and his political survival. There is no way that this peace agreement is going to last, as Trump's vision of peace was dead on arrival as well when that was announced. Because the Bible tells you when they say peace, peace, there is no peace. This peace agreement is called Abraham Accords. It was called that way in honor of Abraham, who, as it was stated by the White House, was allegedly the father of the three great religions of Christianity, Judaism, and Quran, or the Muslims. That's a false statement, because the Apostle Paul explains very clearly that Abraham is only the father of the faithful, that is, true Christians or spiritual Jews. And you can read that in Romans chapter 2 and verse 28, also in Romans chapter 9, in verses 6 and 7. He is most certainly not the father of Muslims, nominal Christians, or Jews who rejected true Jesus Christ, as you can also read in John chapter 8 and in verse 39. Now, what does it have to do with the third temple? The agreement envisions giving Muslims greater access to the Al-Aqsa mosque in the old city of Jerusalem. Now, this disappoints, without any doubt, many Jews and also many others, including many evangelicals, who want to see the erection of the third temple on the Temple Mount, exactly where the Al-Aqsa mosque is situated today. In fact, over a majority of Jews want the erection of the third temple immediately, according to statistics. Now, Trump must know that. And he must also know that his victory in the upcoming election might, at least to an extent, be dependent on the vote of evangelicals. And so one wonders what he is up to. This peace agreement won't last, as I said, and it will not prevent the building of the third temple. In fact, easier access of Muslims to the Al-Aqsa mosque might even trigger the drive for building the third temple as a reaction. It's clear from the Bible that a third temple will be erected prior to Christ's return, and that time is very near. For further information, please ask for our free booklet, The Fall and Rise of the Jewish People. It's also posted online, and so I thank you for listening. This is Norbert Link for the Standing Watch program.
Standing Watch is a presentation by The Church of the Eternal God, P.O. Box 270519, San Diego, California 92198. More information is also available at our website, eternalgod.org.